Hey guys, let's talk about something interesting today from the building perspective. So far we've been launching instances and we've been doing this for quite a long time, for a couple of days back. I mean, since couple of days. Now you can ask me how this is being charged, even though we are using free tier. I mean, AWS is saying, say for example, AWS is saying EC2. How can you check it? EC2 here. Okay, 1 minute. So AWS EC2 free tier. Okay, when you check it, you will get this window, and it says 12 months free. No, yeah, I'm talking about this one. So 750 hours per month. Okay, so per month 750 hours, it will never cross 750 actually. Okay, that's a trick. So see, 750 hours per month of Linux, RHEL, T2 micro, T3 micro. So even if you keep running this T2 micro, T3 micro for the whole month, the 750 hours will not come. For example, if I put calculator, so 24 hours per day, right? So 24 hours into 30, so only you are getting, I'm sorry, it's on my other screen. I'm sorry. So yeah, so here we go. 24 into 30, 24 hours into 30 days, you're still getting only 720 hours, which is not even crossing 750 hours. That's a trick from Amazon. But when if you keep running your T2 micro, T3 micro instances, okay. But there is one catch. If your EBS, this EBS is running, so let me check. If you take 12 months free here, if you're looking for EBS, which is connected to the, yeah, 30 GB, and also what is the 30 GB of Amazon, any combination of general purpose or magnetic, 1 GB of snapshot storage. So this is nothing with the monthly one. That is the difference. See, it says 12 months free, but here it says 30 GB any combination. They never mention per month. I don't think. Yeah, they never mentioned per month. But in EC2, they mentioned per month. Now, this EC2 and EBS goes hand in hand. Okay. For any EC2 instance, there should be one EBS gets connected. So when it gets connected, okay, you're running T2 micro whole month. For that EC2 instance, you will not be charged, because anyways, whole month, even if you run T2 micro, T3 micro, you're getting 720 hours only, which is below 750 hours, okay, even if it is running. But the storage which is get connected, if it exceeds 30 GB, so that will be a problem. Okay, and also 30 GB is not monthly as well, it's for the whole 12 months free. So just remember that. So that is a catch for that 750 hours. Yeah, now these billings, how these billings are happening, whatever we have been running right now, those are all happening with the on demand things. Okay, on demand billing. So I'll just show you AWS EC2 billing, on demand instances billing. So here if you see this, so this is a on-demand pricing. They have mentioned it. So if I choose AP Asia Pacific Mumbai, and then I'm choosing Linux here, and do you have anything else? No, I'm choosing Linux. Okay, and instance type, say for example I'm choosing general purpose, and if it is for one vCPU, just see, okay, viewing 6 of 22 availables. So they are giving you this pricing is per instance hour, blah blah blah, from the time an instance is drawn until it is terminated or stopped. Each partial instance hour consumed will be billed per second for Linux, Windows instances. Okay, so and then data transfer, so how much data is coming in and going out of the instance. So if you choose AP South, okay, it's, you will not see okay, Asia Pacific Mumbai, how much data it's coming, all data transfer in, whatever data is coming in, it's free of cost, there are no charging. But whatever data is going out from the EC2 to internet, you're getting first 10 terabytes per month, you're getting this many. Yeah, data transfer out from Amazon EC to other service or other location, other region, you're getting the charge. Data transfer within the AWS region, it is free, I believe. So data transfer between Amazon EC2, RDS, Redshift, Elastic, see, it's free. Okay, so This is the on demand one. So on demand, what we do is, that is, you can predict it. Okay, if you're predicting it, okay, it will be working for some time, for short period of time, for short workload, or you can predict it, then you can go for on demand. Okay, now how we are choosing on demand, I'm just hitting on EC2 here, launch instance, and the one which I've been running right now, so those are all on demand. Okay, there is no option to choose whether it is on demand or not, but there is a second one which we call it as a reserved instance. Okay, how will you choose reserved instance? On the left side we have reserved instances. So when you hit on reserved instances, this is for, look, I mean, you are very much sure that, okay, you are going to use this server or for some application for long time, maybe for 3 years, or maybe for 5 years, or maybe for 2 years, then you can go for reserved instances. Okay, so this is very, very good. But when you compare with on demand and reserved instances, since you're reserving something upfront, the price will be lesser when you compare with the on demand instances. Okay, say for example, in on demand instances, your say for example, for on demand instances, okay, for on demand, okay, say for example, some M5 instance. Okay, oh, per hour you will be charged, okay, 0 point, okay, $0.09, something like this. Okay, if you take the same M5 instance for reserved M5 instance, you will be charged per hour, it will be some 0.03 or $0.05. See the difference. So that's why people who are going with the reserved instances, they will be getting very lesser amount, the instance, the billing thing. Okay, so that's the beauty of reserved instances. Yeah, so this is one thing. So if you hit on purchase reserved instances, see, it's asking me to choose which platform. Is it Windows, Linux, blah blah blah. So I'm choosing Linux or Unix. Okay, what is a tenancy, default or dedicated? I'll talk about this in some time. Okay, and offering class, what is the instance type, and what is the term, how much you want, is it for 1 year or is it for 3 years? You can do that. And what is the no upfront, you don't want to pay any advance amount, or you want to pay 50%, or you want to pay everything. Okay, based on that, they will give you the price. As soon as you hit search, say for example, as soon as you hit search something, you'll get something, and then just add it to your cart, and then click on view cart and keep clicking next, and that's it, you're reserving your instance. Okay, so on demand instance and then reserved instances. So reserved instance is nothing but minimum 1 year or 3 years. Yeah, this is good. Now the next one is dedicated okay, dedicated host. On the left side we have something called dedicated host. So what happens is, I'll just explain you in a diagram again. Okay, you have a this is one host. Likewise we have multiple hosts. Okay, so we have multiple hosts like this. Okay, this is host 1, host 2, host 3, and host 4. Now, say for example, in terms of on demand, I'll tell you how it works. In terms of on demand instances, okay, you're launching one instance. Okay, so this EC2 instance, okay, it will go and launch somewhere here, which we don't have any idea. Okay, so this is launched by some person. Okay, and one more person is launching an EC2 instance. So this will be going and somewhere sitting here. Okay, and one more person is launching an EC2 instance. So this will be going and somewhere sitting here, and one more person is launching an EC2, and this will be it's sitting here or somewhere else, which we don't have any idea. It's behind the screen how the database works. So this is a concept of on demand. Okay, and there is something else which I'm explaining to you called dedicated host. So what do you mean by dedicated host? Host is nothing but, okay. So say for example here, so this is one host, and this is second host, and this is third host, and this is fourth host, okay. Host 1, host 2, host 3, and host 4. Now this is dedicated host method. What do you mean by dedicated host? Means, say for example, my company is um, dream company, something like this, dreamers, something like this, okay. My company name is dreamers, okay. Now I am just making like I want a dedicated host. Now what Amazon will do is Amazon will give me this entire host to dreamers. Okay, now dreamers can launch what are the instances here, the maximum instances. They will have some capacity, so we can launch all the instances. So which should be good for your performance. But the problem is if the entire host goes down, then it is a big issue. That is a problem, and you can launch this in only one availability zone, if I remember correctly, which I'll check it again. So this is the dedicated host. Dedicated host is nothing but they will give you the entire host to yourself. And also this is for your some kind of compliance requirement for any kind of banking, any kind of banking or any kind of licensing issues, any kind of banking projects. Okay, they will give you the host, and then you can bring your own license. We call it as a BYOL. And then for any kind of sockets and all, they will have some licensing things. So during this method you can do this, but this is very very expensive when you compare on demand or any kind of reserve thing. This is very expensive, okay. This is one thing. So this is so it just gives you the entire physical server. That's what, and it is all visible to you. You can control everything on the physical machine. Yeah, so this is a physical host. Now, so physical host, I'm sorry, dedicated host, okay. They will give you one physical. So if you hit on allocate dedicated host, see this, it's asking you for the name tag. Say for example, I want to give some demo something, and then instance family, which family you want. I want C5, okay. Then availability zone, see, I can use only one availability zone. You cannot choose multiple availability zones. So in that availability zone, if anything gets crashed or something, or that's a problem then, okay. Availability zone, and then you can choose the quantity, the number of dedicated hosts, how many you want, and then click on it and then hit on allocate. It will get allocated for you. Yeah, so this is a dedicated host. And then we have seen reserved instances, okay. And also I want to show you something here. If you see, if you search for AWS purchasing options, there is, yeah, the first site. If you open the first site, see, it clearly mentions here instance purchasing options. Amazon EC2 provides the following purchasing options to enable you to optimize your cost based on your needs. The first one we have seen, on-demand instances. It is pay per by the second for the instances that you launch. Okay, and the third one we've already seen, reserved instances, 1 or 3 years. And dedicated hosts also we have seen. Pay for physical host that is fully dedicated to running your instances and bring your existing per socket, per core, per VM software licenses to reduce your cost. Okay, and remaining is savings plan. Reduce your Amazon EC2 by making a commitment. This is again with respect to the reserved instances only. It just says like you can save more money if you're going for reserved instances. Okay, that's it. And the remaining is spot instances and capacity reservations. Now if you see, there is an option called capacity reservations here. Okay, so when you hit on capacity reservations, let's see what happens. Okay, so create capacity reservation. So what exactly it says is you can you can reserve something. So see here, I'm just choosing the instance type platform, and I'm choosing one availability zone. Okay, and here I'm going to choose run a shared hardware instances or run a dedicated instances, which you will talk about it. Okay, so for us, run a shared hardware instances, which means that your particular hardware, your physical host machine will be shared with other accounts also. Okay, which I explained to you in on demand. You can check that. And here specific time. So this is what capacity reservation. You can reserve it See, here it says reserve the capacity in a specific area for any duration, only for 1 hour or only for 2 hours. So you can reserve it and you can use it for that capacity reservation. Yeah. So that is one thing. And the next one is something called dedicated instance or dedicative instances. See, dedicated instances. Okay, let's see what is this. Okay, this and all these both are almost similar. Okay, only difference is, I'll tell you what is the difference. Okay, here you will not have visibility what exactly the host is, where exactly the host is, but here you will have the visibility. That is the main difference. Except this, both are same. Okay, I just want to give you a quick diagram on this. Just see this. This one, shared tenancy default, is nothing but all the gray is unused, and red is customer A and green is customer B, and all other are our instances. So it means that it's a shared tenancy model. So one host will be there, and you can, I mean, multiple customers will launch instances in that one host. Okay, that is a shared tenancy. Now dedicated tenancy means, in this dedicated tenancy you can see dedicated host here on the left side, which is nothing but this first two instances, right? This will be allocated only to us. So these two instances will be allocated only to us. Okay, and this one and also if you see in this one host, right, one host will have m4.large instance variety only. You can't have m4.large and m5.large here. For example, I'll just take a snipping tool here. Let me take it. See this. So in this, right, so in this, if you see this here, so this 2 is for dedicated host. In this, if you see, all the instances will be m4.large. You cannot have m5.large in this host machine. That is why whenever you're creating a one host there, you are choosing the family. See here, I'm choosing the family here. If I'm going to dedicated host here, and then I'm clicking on create allocate dedicated host, you're mentioning somewhere here, see, instance type. It means that you can put only this instance type on this host machine. You're getting the point? That is the thing. And here, right, okay, and here dedicated instance. So Samir, what do you mean by dedicated instance? This is also kind of same. Only thing is we don't have a visibility of what exactly the host is, what are the sockets and all those things. Okay, so you can, if you, I mean, you don't want to manage your host, okay, if you're using dedicated instance. That's as simple as it is. Okay, cool guys. So that's all from this one, and let me see what else you have. So if I click on launch instances again, so I'm just choosing Amazon, I'm choosing T2 micro. So in the configure instance details, so I'll talk about spot instances in my next video. And this part, right, so this entire part, sorry, talk about this entire part. Okay, I'll talk about this one when we are taking up the VPCs. Okay, and this one, you know, capacity reservation. I'll talk about this placement group maybe in next couple of videos. I'll talk about, we have completed this one already. Okay, yeah, cool. Now so capacity reservation, we have already seen it in the previous one, and then IAM role, we have already seen it. And shutdown behavior. Shutdown behavior is nothing but, say for example, if you are terminating something, okay, if you put stop, it means that even if you hit on terminate, it will go into the stop mode. Okay, and then it will give you a pop-up like this option has been enabled. Okay, which I'll show it to you in next couple of videos, don't worry. Okay, and if you terminate, it will get terminate. Yeah, that is one thing. And hibernation is there. Hibernation is nothing but you're just putting your current EC2 instance type into a RAM. Okay, so when you're launching it from the hibernation, the booting would be very faster. Yeah, and here the tenancy I was talking about, if you want to run a dedicated instance, you can run it. If you want to launch this instance on dedicated host, you can do it. If you want to run as a shared instance, this is the default one, shared one. Okay, so rest of the things are are not needed for this exam. And user data, you guys know about this, so that's all about this instance detail, guys. Yeah, thank you.